It's a very good night to be on Branded After Dark. I want to welcome the entire universe onto this episode. And, what we got is a dope show, not just the guests, but also the topic and the calls and the listeners and the people that comes in and makes this rock every single time. So just if without further ado, just in case you don't know who I am Branded.
And I'm Sweet Aaron.
And tonight, when my homie calls in, because he should be calling in any minute, he's a good friend of mine, R&B icon, Case, will be on deck tonight. And, he has a project that he's got just about wrapped up as far as from what I can remember. He has something coming out that's going to be real, real good for you fans of Case. So we're gonna talk to him about that. We're gonna talk to him about just, from the time that he dropped the Rose Experience, and he had another project in 2010. We're just gonna discuss the time that he spent putting work on this project that he's got getting ready to come out soon. So it's gonna be a real nice look for y'all people out there that's big fans of Case. So I'm looking forward to it. Aaron, I know you've been a Case groupie for a long time, so it's good to be able to have you mixed in. So
absolutely. I mean, from the time when I heard him on, when he was did You're Always on My Mind with SWV, and one of my favorite song from him is Missing You. So yeah, I've been a fan of his for a hot minute.
That's what's up. And I know all you people out there that's listening, major fans of Case. A lot of people just, really want to know what's in store with this project that he has on the horizon. I mean, it's good to be able to, for me personally, to hear and see people putting out projects that we've actually looked forward to listening to in the past. Like, Donnell Jones got something, Case got something. It's a lot of good ones, coming back out. So it's time that we actually do what we do and show that respect, and go support the people that rocked it. The name of this project is Heaven's Door, and that's coming real soon. There's no street date for it yet. I know he's gonna come in and he's gonna talk about it, and it's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful look. So prior to him calling in, which should be like literally any second. If y'all listeners out there want to dial the number and call in and not just listen but be a part of this conversation on this program, Sweet Aaron, give them the number.
949-270-5912, and press the number 1 so we can hear you.
Indeed.
You know what, Brand? One thing is, I'm excited for him to call in because, to me, he's one of the last real R&B people that, I really enjoyed. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's in that group of the last people that knows how to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, and do it with soul, do it to the point where it's just like, hey, he gave us some memorable songs, like, I'm Missing You. That was like you mentioned, that was one where, it has a lot of sentimental value for me. But, Touch Me, Tease Me, even that collaboration with Foxy Brown was dope. You know what I'm saying? And he has a a whole bunch of them. I mean, Lovely is definitely out there. Rose Experience was definitely, I know when we was promoting that thing heavy for the guy, and it was a good look. A lot of people was vibing to that one too. And then Faded Pictures, that collaboration with Joe was dope. Happily Ever After, all that good stuff. So it's a good look, and I can't wait to get this man up in here so we can be able to talk to him about just a lot of stuff music-wise, what he's been up to, and his journey making that putting together this album that he's got coming with Heaven's Door. So we're going to take some calls between now and the time that Case calls in. So if y'all want to dial the number once again, do it up, 949-270-5912. That is the number. You can press 1 and be heard like Denia did. And Denia is brought to you by DeniaAzure.com, where you can be able to get all your nice jewelry pieces on the low. Denia, what up, girl?
What's going on?
Hey,
how's everybody doing
I'm trying to do side commercials for the girl. You know what I mean? Like, you know, hey, she got jewelry pieces on the low. You know what I'm saying? Meet her around the corner, down the alley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back over there by by the store. She got you. You know what I mean? So you know.
Yeah. Someday down the line, hopefully in the next year, you'll be able to see Brand's piece and him rocking his piece.
Now you know what? I'm actually gonna put a new picture up on Facebook tonight, literally after the show, with your piece on there. So that I was thinking about that earlier today. So I was like, yo, we okay, done deal. Say no more. Denia, what up, baby?
I'm good. I can't wait, man. I love having amazing artists come on and just talk about what they do and how they stayed in the game so long and are still relevant. Because, like I said before, the 90s is where the music was. Sorry, y'all. That's where you had those timeless artists.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And then after that, it kind of fell off a little bit. So it's good. It's coming back out. Huge shout out to Donald Jones as well, because he's actually featured on the cover of HFL magazine, where my ad is featured. So I'm really excited about that.
That's
you
dope.
can check that link out on the Nexxlegacy Facebook page. Yes.
That's what's up. And you know what, Denia, I'm going to keep you on because without further ado, I want to put in the man, like I said, people, this my homie, like I said. And when we was promoting and pushing his project before, I mean, this man is always kind enough to come holler at the fans and come help support the show and come and just, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, do what he does. And I want to welcome my homeboy, Case, on Branded After Dark.
Welcome.
What up, man?
Welcome,
So nice to meet you.
You too.
Well,
welcome
back, man.
We want to know that. We want to know the get down. You know, we want to know what's going on with you.
Well, before Case actually puts it out there like that, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, man. What's up with you?
Man, just, you know, my grind every time, man. You know it never changes as long as we known each other, bruh. Same old.
Stop.
Yeah, but you know, I see. You know, it was time for you to come back because not just do you had this project coming out, but you know, we want to let your fan base know and the listeners know just the journey making that thing. So you know, let's start off with that. You got a project, Heaven's Door, that's coming soon. Let the listeners know a little bit about that project.
Heaven's Door is just about done. We finalizing the deal, the new deal I'm about to sign. So I decided to keep making records for it till we finish with that. But it's coming out real good. I'm real happy with it. So I'm excited to put it out. I love it so far.
Wow.
So with this project that you have that's about to come out, I mean, you know, of course, everything that you do, of course, your fan base is going to grab it because we all loyal supporters. So from the time that you know, of course, everybody know you're a music icon and you've done so much, not just in the 90s, but, you know what I'm saying, in the 2000s, and you've done a lot of songs still timeless to this day. You know, that journey from, you know, the Rose Experience, you know, and others that you dropped, like, to this time, like, you feeling real good about it. Is this one for the ages that you can let your fan base know?
Yeah, I feel like it is, man. I hope so. What I really try to do is just go in and just make, you know, whatever I'm feeling at the time, and just try to come from the heart and be honest with it, man. And by doing that, I mean, it's worked for me so far because I feel like if I get something and I like it and I'm feeling it, I feel like the people who enjoy my music are gonna feel it too.
Mm-hmm.
And we do. We definitely do.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
yeah,
Aaron.
I mean,
You've been waiting. Seems like a lifetime to ask this man.
I'm sorry. I'm freezing up because you know I never thought that I'd actually be talking to you. I mean, I've been a fan of yours. Like the very first, you have such a distinctive sound, and I love that. Like I don't have to ask. Like you don't sound like everybody else. I don't have to ask like who's singing this when I hear you. And like the very first time, you know, I can remember that.
He actually did a song for me on the last time. We ended up not using it though, but yeah, no, that's not me singing that. But you know, it's funny. Somebody else said that to me one day and told me that they loved me on that song. I'm like, that's not me.
and you know what? And with that guy, you could say that guy sound like Case. You know what I mean? But not the other way around.
Right.
Though. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you could say it, break it like that. Like, you know.
Exactly.
Well, you know what it is?
Because I don't know who he is. I know you.
Yeah, he's But what's crazy about that is when I met him, he was we was sitting and we was talking because he's a producer and a writer. So we just were sitting and just having a music conversation, and it kind of ended up like that because we love all of the same old music. We have the same influences, so and we have the same tone. So that's what that is.
Right. Oh, wow. So what made you what started this project for you? Like, what made you wanna put something else out there? I mean, honestly, I just got the feeling. Like, I go through periods of time where I'm like, I'm not really inspired to do nothing, or maybe I'm not feeling nothing. I don't feel like I'm in that right headspace or that right zone. But I got up with some new dudes, a bunch of new cats, and we just started sitting around doing stuff, and I was just loving how it was coming out. So we just kept going. Matter of fact, I'm going to the studio tomorrow night to work on some more stuff for it. So. Wow. Do you have? Are you collaborating with any like big names on this project?
No, not yet. I haven't done any collaborations yet. That's usually the last thing I do, is I get everything together, and then once I listen to it, then if I hear something that needs, maybe I'll be like, so and so might sound good on here. But that's always the last thing I do.
Right.
You was in Louisiana not too long ago, right?
Yeah, day before yesterday.
Okay.
Day before yesterday, Shreveport. Yeah.
Yeah, you was doing something with Joe too, right?
Yeah. Me and him talked about doing some more stuff. Actually, we was up all night down at the bar talking about it. So,
okay,
we might have a surprise coming for y'all that we got in the works.
You still doing shows and touring and going on to different spots. I mean, I know, it's always a good look and fun to be, do a lot of stuff out there as far as hitting up your core fan base. What about some of these younger cats that's around and in the game right now? Like, they're getting that Case experience right now because they didn't get a chance to get it firsthand because they was real young back then. So these new people, how are they reacting to you right now?
I mean, they like it. People coming to me all the time. I did a few shows with Miguel, and he came and he was like, "Man, I grew up listening to your music. I love you. I love your voice. I've always been a huge fan, whatever." So. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of his, too, so, it's cool.
That's what's up. Denai, you got a question for hold on, Aaron. Denai, you got a question for Case? And Case is on Branded After Dark, hosted by Sweet Aaron, and I Am Branded. Go ahead.
Definitely. So out of all the songs that you've written throughout the years, what is your absolute favorite one?
I don't know about that. That's which one of my favorite kids. Yeah, I don't even know if I can answer that. You know what? It depends. I guess it depends on maybe what mood I'm in. Because I generally don't like. Yeah, I guess it depends on the mood that I'm in.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
You ain't never lying, Case. That's just like you choosing which one of your kids is your favorite. What's your favorite?
Yeah, that's exactly
right?
what that's like. That's exactly what that's like. That's exactly what that's like. It's crazy. I was talking to a good friend of mine, who's a producer. We did like half of the Rose. Open Letter album together, and we were talking. That would definitely be my favorite album out of all of them. And we were just talking about the whole process and, how we put it together and just, it was just like, that was definitely my favorite album to do and the way it came out.
Okay. So I think to back that up, the question would be like, is everything that you've written about something that you've experienced, is something that your friends have experienced, or like what is your biggest inspiration when it comes to your music?
Well, yeah, definitely that. It's life. I mean, it may be something that I've gone through. It may be something that somebody close to me has gone through, those kind of things. I mean, sometimes you can write a song just you might see a situation in a movie or read about a situation, and it just, I mean, its songs are all around, all day, all the time.
Oh, of course.
It's just
Definitely.
so, but that's where mine usually comes from.
Are you willing to tell us, because since it's my favorite song, are you willing to tell us like who inspired "I'm Missing You"?
No, Joe wrote "Missing You."
Oh.
See, you gotta ask him.
Yeah, but you pulled it up, so I was asking you.
hey, but what she probably want to know is, for you to sing it the way you sung it. Like, who did you have in mind when you were singing "I'm Missing You"? Right?
You're getting right at it.
Exactly.
You know what? I don't think it was anybody in particular. It was just when I first heard the song and I read the lyrics to it. It was just it was a feeling I could relate to. So.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you definitely sing it like you can tell that, because it's very passionate, and you can tell that the way you sing it. So I mean,
I think whenever you sing
if somebody else wrote it, you definitely brought the feeling across very well.
But thank you. I think that whenever you're singing a song, that it should be, well, for me, it has to be something I can relate, I can feel, because I can't expect nobody else.
Right.
Right.
There you go. Case is our guest on Branded After Dark, and how do you feel about just the grind, the everyday grind of marketing and putting out a lot of stuff yourself? I know you're getting ready to sign this deal, but a lot of the self promotion and just being able to do it grassroots, I guess you could say, is necessary and important. So of course, from back in the '90s when you was on a major to doing a lot of stuff now. Compare the two, because music has totally changed, like within the last 15, 20 years. So I know it's a lot of culture shock stuff going on nowadays compared to back then.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a lot more work.
Okay.
But either way you look at it, it's kind of, it is hard work, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to look at it as work, because I'd rather do this than anything else. Like, this is what I've always wanted to do, so. It makes it a lot easier. It's just like you said, though. It's a lot more work that you have to do on your end, besides just actually making the music.
Right.
Mm-hmm. How old were you when you started singing?
Dude, I could sing. Well, I could talk. I was singing.
Right.
Which is great.
In the crib. I feel you.
But no, actually, and it's funny. My grandmother used to always tell us that my father sang before he tried to sing before he tried to talk, and she said I did, and I was like, I thought maybe she was exaggerating because grandmothers do that. But then my daughter started trying to sing before she could talk. She tried to sing before she tried to do anything else.
You'll hear those lungs and not crying. She'll just be, doing what she does, and it's just, and you can tell she kind of caught something.
Yeah, crazy.
So I feel where you're coming from. Yeah, it's funny how that works, though.
And then, it's crazy. Like there was when she was like really, really young. Like I'd sit and I'd sing something, or she'd hear me sing it, and she couldn't talk to form words with her, but she would try to sing back the melody that I sang it, but she couldn't talk for nothing.
Wow.
So it's crazy. It's real bugged out to see.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Let me ask you this, because this might be a little different than what normal people ask you on occasion, but aside from the many musical accomplishments that you've had and, you being a father and, early Father's Day shout out to you too, you know what I'm saying, of course.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
What, aside from those two, what is another best accomplishment that you could say as far as the Case legacy that's ongoing right now? What's the next other accomplishment that you are very proud of?
Those are the two biggest. I think another one for me anyway would be to come from where I came from. You know what I'm saying? And to come from the experiences that I came from, like being homeless and just all of that kind of stuff. And just to have been able to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. Like I was talking to my pops earlier today, and he was just telling me how proud he was of me, but he was like, it had nothing to do with music. You know what I mean? It It had everything to do with the person that I became, and and my aunt came to a show. She was saying the same thing to me a couple weeks ago. So I guess that would probably be the best thing that I was able to fight through all of those different types of adversities to do something that I really wanted to do.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. Because I was gonna co-sign, it just to the point where it's just like our interactions and you know how I feel about you, man. You like big brother to me on a lot of levels, and we cross paths, on here, and it's good to see, like, adding on to what you're saying. I just from a fan's perspective and as a friend's perspective, seeing your legacy grow and you being and not everybody's perfect. Not every one person on earth is, but to see that you living the life the way you want to live it and you controlling your house, so to speak, being the kind of person that you are, father, musician, it's good to be able to see that be inspired by a lot of us, not just me and the ladies on the line, but all the listeners out there just going, crazy that you're on the line and stuff like that. So it speaks volumes, bro, just for how it is. So, you got to be commended for that because, a lot of people can continue to be lost, too, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to be able to see that you still rocking out doing your thing.
And not only that, like the same thing I teach my son is like, it don't matter. It never matters how many times you fall down or get knocked down. It only matters how many times you get up. So, I mean, you can get knocked down or fall down 10 times, and it's cool as long as you get up 11.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Absolutely. I was wondering, what do you prefer the studio or do you prefer to be live shows? What do you like more to do?
I think it depends because they're so different. It doesn't seem like they would be, but they're so different. Like when you perform it live, it's like you get to interact and see how people feel about what you're doing and see if they like it, if they don't like it. You get to see that firsthand right away. But I do very much enjoy the creative process.
Right.
It's like when I'm in the studio, like I just be in another world, like, and it's like it's hard to explain, but it's like a whole nother world, and everything else disappears except that right there. So I have always enjoyed that. Like it's kind of like a cocoon.
Right. Oh, what is your view on like mixtapes and artists spending hundreds, thousands of studios and then giving away their music? Like, what is your view on that and how that's rose with so many independent artists?
I think it's cool that people are doing that now because at the end of the day, the listeners is the people who benefit from it. I mean, it's more music in the marketplace, and that's a good thing. So, I mean, I like it.
Right.
That's the only way nowadays because of the way that, just the music industry is, the record labels are. You're going to have to do something to start off. I mean, you can't come into the game, saying that, hey, buy my music and, half the world or all the world don't know who you are. So you got to start somewhere, right?
Right. And not only that, like I said, I mean, there's more music out there. So, I mean, it's constantly coming.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's not a bad thing.
Yep.
Right.
A couple of quick questions more with Case on Branded After Dark, hosted by Sweet Aaron. I am Branded. So, Aaron, I'll let you and Denai have one more question with Case before we let this guy go. We got more Case music. As it's a Case celebration night, so we running a lot of your shit tonight, bro. So that's what we do.
Appreciate it, man.
That's what Aaron, go ahead.
This is kind of like a fun question for me, but like out of whether it be present or past, here, still here or gone, who is the ultimate person that you would have loved or loved to work with? Or maybe somebody you already have.
That's extremely hard. Out of everybody,
why you think of one? Case. While you think of one, let me throw a superpower collaboration that I would love to see in some kind of future time. I would love to see a Case and Stevie Wonder collaboration. You know, that would be so dope. So I'm throwing that out there. Put it out there public.
You know,
that would be ill to see.
I would definitely love to do that, but I think I would get the studio on freeze. I'm gonna tell you, I would probably freeze because I remember the first time I met him, I froze.
Wow.
Right.
And we sitting there talking. I was telling this story to somebody recently. We sitting there talking, and people were taking pictures and stuff. So we had shook hands, and we still had each other's hand, and we talking. But then it got to the point where, you know, where the conversation's over, and I'm sitting there like, okay, let his hand go. But I couldn't. So now we just sitting there. And I got this man by the hand, and my brain is saying let his hand go, but it's not happening.
Oh, that's too cute.
Yeah, that was my funny Stevie Wonder story. So I don't know how good that would turn out.
You know what? I don't think anybody listening or anybody on the line can blame you. We would have all done the same thing, so don't even give that a second thought.
Yeah, that was terrible. I've only had 2 experiences like that, and both of them was pretty embarrassing, but it is what it is.
So have you come up with somebody? Is Stevie Wonder it, you think?
Yeah, that definitely would be a person on there. But you know what? I think more than Stevie Wonder, but as far as working with in the studio, just to see and to pick his brain and his recording process would probably be Marvin Gaye.
Yep. Yeah. You look at that man's legacy, man. Yeah, that would have been something. That would have been something.
Yeah. I think that more than anything. Yeah, I think that more than anybody, because just his recording process, because there's a lot of things that he's influenced me with is when it comes to recording and different things that I've tried that I got from him or whatever. But I would like to just even if I'm not collaborating, just to be able to sit there and watch him do it to see, you know what I mean?
Right. Be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, that would be the best.
Wow.
True that. Denai, go ahead and toss out a question before we let Case go.
No problem. Have you ever thought about singing in another language or collaborating with an artist from another ethnic group, like, you know, it would be Latin or French or whatever? And if so, what language would you sing in other than English?
Por favor. We in.
Yeah, like, nah, you know, I honestly never did think about it. I mean, it's been mentioned to me a couple of times, but that just seems like a whole lot of work. That seems like
silly.
That seems like a whole lot of work.
I'm gonna say this right now: it's easier to sing in another language than to learn it. I promise you.
Well, see, but before I sing it, I gotta learn it.
There you go.
And the hardest part about it is singing it and singing it with feeling. Because that's not going to be a natural feeling because those words aren't natural to you.
Right. And you'd be more focused on trying to pronounce stuff right than feeling it.
Right, than just singing the song. So
right.
Yeah, that sounds like a whole lot of work right there.
Well, we got the new album coming soon, Heaven's Door, and you know, when you get that single ready, man, can we break it? Like, you know, it's a whole lot of marketing things that I want to have in order to help out. You know what I'm saying? Your call, so you know, we definitely want to break it here. So, you know,
yeah, we definitely make it happen. I'm trying to hurry and get it done. I know I've been working on it for a minute, but it's almost there. We're almost there. I got the fire on low now. It's
simmering. That's already music to my ears because I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I got the fire down low now. It's simmering.
The fire down low. There you go. There you go. Hey, put it like this, man. We need music coming from you, and it's good to be able to know that we got something coming soon. So, you know, if the fire's down low and it's simmering, it's going to blaze up the moment that single touched down and people was able to get it, listen to it, and soak it in. So I'm looking forward to it. I know the fan base are,
I'm excited about it. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. That's what I'm waiting for. So.
Well, with all these hundreds of thousands of listeners out there that's out there listening, man, just let your fan base know before we let you go that you're here, you ain't with nowhere, you got something new coming.
Yeah, I'm still here. Heaven's Door is coming to you real soon, so be on the lookout for it. Hopefully we can do it by this summer, sometime in the summer. So
there you go.
Just be ready. I'm trying to get it right for y'all.
That map.
Oh, definitely. I'm trying to get it right for y'all. I don't want to put it out if it ain't right.
There you go.
Right.
Make sure you follow this man on Twitter at @case_music. And, you know, for bookings and stuff like that, just go to his Twitter. You'll be able to get all his information, contact details, and stuff like that as well. And, you know what I'm saying? And just support this man grind. Follow him. Not just follow him, but just support him and just show that respect and that love for one of the all-time greats in a lot of people's opinion, not just mine. So, Case, man, don't be a stranger. Come back and tear shit up again like you always do. Oh,
yeah, most definitely.
You always bring a lot of traffic.
Man.
You always bring a lot of radio traffic. So, you know, good looking, bro. So, you know, it's always good. A lot of people love you, man.
Hey, thank you for the support, man. I love y'all.
Very, very much. It was such a pleasure.
All right, man.
You.
Much love to you, man. That's one of the all-time greats.
Nexxlegacy.